I have been waiting so long as a Warriors fan to finally see a forward or a wing for this team show up in big games. And that's what Jimmy Butler did last night versus the Los Angeles. He lost the game, sure. But Jimmy Butler showed up last night in an incredible fashion and delivered a standout performance despite the Warriors losing. Now I just want to go and dive right into exactly what he did. So let's roll the tape. First off, in one of the first plays of the night, we have Jimmy Butler early taking control. You can see here, he clearly wanted to assert his dominance in this game. You notice how they guard him. Zubac is really in a deep type of drop right here, making sure that Jimmy Butler cannot get to the rim. Looney is kind of left open a little bit, but Zubac is in good position to contest him, and Kawhi is going to dig in right here to prevent an easy pocket pass over towards the basket. As you play the clip a little bit more right here, you see Kawhi kind of tags Looney, and Zubac is in good position to basically make sure that Jimmy Butler cannot go any more forward towards the rim. As we play the clip, you see a pump fake by Jimmy Butler going to the rim, which has Norman Powell go all the way around, and Jimmy Butler, despite Powell having a good contest, still makes it. He's large, strong, and in charge. That's the Jimmy Butler we know. Play the next play right here where Draymond Green has it up at the top of the key a little bit more. And you see this awesome screen. This is a little bit later in the game. They ran this play so much last night, especially in overtime, where we're going to have Jimmy Butler actually set a screen here for Steph Curry. And it's going to make sure that the Clippers players have to go all the way over the top to get to Steph Curry. But this causes two people, both Kawhi and Dunn, to go right to Steph Curry, leaving Jimmy Butler wide open towards the inside. And this is a defensive breakdown, and when Jimmy Butler gets right here and Powell jumps up in an incredibly unserious fashion, gets the foul, and that's an and one for Jimmy Butler. And that's just the incredible gravity of Steph Curry, as well as the smarts of Jimmy Butler, who's able to draw fouls and finish close to the rim. If you notice, as we play these clips more here, you're going to see Jimmy Butler does a lot close to the rim. That's where all of his magic is done. Right here, Jimmy Butler is going to get so much space out here, and he's going to be guarded by Zubac because of that screen set by Steph Curry. And this means Jimmy Butler can go into his bag of tricks and finish over the top against Zubac, and that's a mismatch every day of the week. Finally, the Warriors have a true mismatch attacker, not someone like Andrew Wiggins who struggles to deal whenever he's put on a smaller player. Jimmy Butler takes advantage almost each and every time, which is something that's awesome to see, and something hopefully we'll get to see in the playoffs if they end up beating the Memphis Grizzlies. Right here, we have Pods dribbling it down the floor, and notice, right here, Jimmy Butler is saying mismatch. And look at all of the Clippers players. I want you to watch right here. They all look towards Jimmy, and they're like, oh, this is a mismatch. We should probably hedge a little bit back into it. You notice Harden kind of slowly walking over here, creeping up, trying to see. Obviously, he knows Powell can't match up with Jimmy Butler like that. And so immediately, as soon as Butler beats him right off the dribble, basically, towards the rim, Harden knows he's going to have to go right in. He's in no position to really do anything there. And so Jimmy Butler guards the ball really well. He's able to finish and one once again for Jimmy Butler. And that's mismatch attacking. Let's look at it again. Another sort of mismatch. Now, Derrick Jones Jr. is a great defender, especially against players like Steph Curry. But versus Jimmy Butler, this size and smarts is just too much for somebody like Derrick Jones Jr. He's not good enough to realize. Look how Jimmy just continues to back him down, disrupt his base, and gets closer and closer towards the rim, forcing Ben Simmons. He knows he's going to have to commit right here to kind of defend this, but Jimmy Butler is too big, too strong. He knows what's going to happen in this types of defense. Ben Simmons is going to commit, and Jimmy Butler is going to finish that play each and every time, and he's able to finish that play with such confidence. And honestly, watching the game live, you knew he was going to make that shot, and that's what I love from Jimmy Butler. Right here, you're going to see Jimmy Butler as basically the guy in the post-split action who's going to pass the ball. And I think this is super important because Harden has to be all the way on him, and Zubac has to pay attention to Jimmy Butler because of the scorer Jimmy Butler is. And now we allow Draymond to be in the screening position where he absolutely obliterates whoever is guarding Steph Curry. And this makes it so that Steph Curry can get these wide open shots. I imagine if the Warriors makes the playoffs, we're going to see this play a lot more and see Jimmy Butler in the post split action a lot with Draymond Green as the screener, because it's going to get Steph Curry wide open shots at the basket that he's really never seen before, because we haven't had a mid-range shooter like Jimmy Butler. We haven't had a guy who can actually finish or drive to the rim like Jimmy Butler, which is really going to unlock Steph Curry. And you see right here, it unlocks him for a 3-point make right there, and a great assist and a great screen by Steph Curry. If you guys like this film review on all things Jimmy Butler, please feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully the Warriors will win their play-in game and make it to the playoffs. Thank you guys for watching.